Hello, it's been a minute since I have posted onto this platform, which is the lesson. However, let's talk about the dividends in mathematics when it comes to borrowing and lending. And this comes from Ezekiel chapter 2. Ezekiel chapter 2, the dividends in math, in borrowing and lending, the payback account ratio. Okay? Seeing as you all still want to tell me that I need to give you my grocery money and all, let's talk about the real dividends and the factor in being Beyonce, even with my hair messed up like this right about now. $1 for every $1 borrowed. That is a $100 payback ratio for me as Beyonce. So if I borrow $2 from upstairs, that's $200 that I'm putting back into Steve Harvey's account in cash. If I borrow in a toonie format and I borrow $4 in a toonie format, that is a $450 borrowing ratio payback, depending on what I purchase with that $4 and that toonie. But if I purchase food with that toonie, it's only $250 for every toonie borrowed. For every $5 borrowed, that is $250 paid back in ratio when the total amount in coins added up is $5 in equality. So, if I buy with a $1 coin from Dollarama and the taxes come up to $1.46 from the $1, that's $146 in payback ratio for a borrowed $1 to buy stickers. What do they get out of $146? That is a box of cigarettes for a smoker that is Army reserved. For a mechanic, that is a set of brand new tools for a mechanic to purchase that is Army reserved. If I were to take that $2, of which I've done, and purchase a makeup product with that, that is a pair of shoes for a Army Reserve. For a mechanic, that is a toolbox for storage purchases. If I purchase books or containers with that borrowed funding, of which I have done, that is a vehicle. Usually it's preferred to be a new vehicle of which they have purchased, but they've also purchased used vehicle for the portion of those who throw rats. You're not sitting in the brand new vehicle after blaming me for everything you do. But they do purchase new vehicles, and I have sat in a couple of those new trucks, and they're pretty good. The trucks are pretty good. For mechanics, that's the same amount. You borrow $5 from a mechanic, it is the same purchase, which is a vehicle. Okay? So usually what happens is a smoker would purchase the used vehicle and the mechanics would purchase the new trucks or the new vehicle, and they will swap out vice versa based off of who they're driving and the location they are driving in. In total, as Beyonce for an entire month, I would have borrowed up to $500,000 in cash, but not in total completeness. That's about $15 per month for Dollarama only, which is why I shop at Dollarama. It's less costly for me. I know how to balance my finances and I know how to balance my budget when I shop at Dollarama. Borrowed per month from upstairs, $15. Dollarama, usually. Tim Hortons is $10 per month for a $2 cup of coffee. That's a total of $25,000 borrowed with your name as Beyonce, such as myself. Rental payment each month because I am still eating and because I am still talking is relatively $600 currently. Why? Once again, because I still eat and I still speak for myself. You don't eat food for the month or for your health for the health of your body. The rental pay must go up. And if they want to stay in the community, they have to get that rental raise. And that is on an army property. Otherwise, if you are not eating, they are forced to move off of the army property if they are not eating a physical meal. And that is a portion of dividend math. Part 2 is coming from Ezekiel chapter 2, verses 1 to 4. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in part 2.